Hey guys, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today is Warcraft Monday, and I'm going to be reacting to a video requested by James Anderson. It's called The Unknown Story of Kalecgos, made by Platinum WoW. Yes, if you want to check out my previous reactions to other World of Warcraft lore videos by Platinum WoW and other YouTube creators, remember the playlist card for Warcraft Monday is going to be at the top. Just click on it and be able to access it. If you want to check out the original video as well as Platinum WoW's YouTube channel, the links are going to be in the description below. Yes, let's start. 3, 2, 1, go.
With the new expansion Dragonflight, there are a lot of characters returning back to the main story. One of these characters is the blue dragon Kalecgos, a character who is shrouded in mystery for most players. When asked who Kalecgos is, even the most lore-savvy players will respond with, I don't know, he was like an aspect in Cataclysm.
I remember him for his girlfriend. I think her name was Evina or something like that, Evina. And she was saying, Kalecg, my love, I love you, something like that, and then she died. I remember he had a girlfriend, and Evina was made out of the Sunwell. Yes, she was made out of the Sunwell. I don't know who created her. I don't know for what purpose, but she was created out of the Sunwell, like an avatar of the Sunwell, if I can say that. And she needed protection, and Kalecgos was that protection, but eventually their relationship fell into, a love relationship, not just a platonic relationship. And my gosh, yeah, well, she died. She gave herself back into the Sunwell, to kill Jaden from returning. Yes, that's what I remember about Kalecgos. Other than that, there's nothing else. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Kalecgos. You must be a cool guy. It's just that you're not there. You're not in the cinematics, but you were in the Dragonflight cinematic. Yes, I remember you were in the Dragonflight cinematic with Khadgar. Telling Khadgar that you need help from the mortals. Yes, I remember you there. You looked cool. You looked really cool. Yeah, that's it. Sorry.
And, that's because his story was told to players over the past 15 years in 9 books.
15 years in 9 books, but I haven't heard of this guy. This guy has been here in 9 books. In 9 books, 15 years, but still nothing. Majority of the time it's either Alliance and Horde members, and then maybe also the dragon aspects. That's it. And even when Malygos died, we never heard much from Kalecgos. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe you guys who play the game, of his contributions to World of Warcraft. But honestly, for me, throughout all the lore videos that I've been watching and the cinematics, nothing. He doesn't even have his own theme song, theme music. Like how other characters, they have their own theme music. And, I listen to them on World of Warcraft soundtracks and music reactions. Nothing from Kalecgos. Nothing. Nothing for Kalecgos, I should say. So, yeah.
And a legendary quest line that was made for max level raiding caster DPS players in Cataclysm. So let's get to the bottom of this. Who is Kalecgos? What is his purpose? And what is he planning to do in the next expansion? But first, I have something to announce to you all. You may now only address me as Lord Platinum WoW, thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Established Titles. You see, with Established Titles, I now have a 1 square foot piece of dedicated land, which by Scottish customs mean that I can be referred to as a Lord, and I get this lovely plaque that labels the exact plot that I own. But when it comes down to it, Established Titles offers a fun, novel way to help preserve the nature of Scotland and are partnered with the global charities Trees for the Future and One Tree Planted, who plants a tree with every order. So not only are you saving the world, but you can also have the ability to officially include your Lord or Lady title on your your credit card, your plane tickets, and dating profiles. And
That's cool. Okay, Lord Platinum WoW. Although I will not bow to you. I bow to no man. You know, I bow to no man, no woman. But congratulations, Lord Platinum WoW.
really, this will just make a perfect holiday gift for your loved ones. And the first 200 people purchasing a title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot, meaning that we can forge the kingdom of Platinum WoW. That is actually just a beautiful preserved forest, but you get the idea. There's currently a Black Friday sale going on right now, and you can use my code PLAT for an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/plat to get your gifts and support the channel. Thank you to Established Titles for sponsoring today's video. Our story begins in a 3-part book series called Sunwell. Kalecgos is a member of the Blue Dragonflight and is an investigator of magical sources for Kalecgos, who is the leader of the Blue Dragonflight at this time. While many dragons choose their visage form to be as flamboyant and outrageous as possible, Kalecgos chose to be a simple half-elf human with blue hair and with as little polygons as possible. And in his human form, he would call himself Kalec. His reasoning for this is so that he could blend in with mortals and not intimidate them with some ridiculous form. Anyways, the Sunwell books are pretty complex and filled with minor plots and characters, so I'm just going to give you the gist of the story and how it affects Kalecgos.
The fact that he tries his best to, disguise himself as a human or a half-elf being in the realm of the mortals, if I can say that, is quite interesting, and it's good, It means that he is different from his brothers and sisters from other aspects, and even probably from his own aspect. He is different, and I guess that's a good thing, really. I really do think that's a good thing.
Also, to be blunt, the story isn't the best Warcraft has to offer, so, I won't bore you with the pointless details. But I will admit it does have some pretty cool art. Okay, so here's how it starts. Kalecgos gets attacked by dragon hunters, but is helped by a human woman named Anvina Teague.
I guess this guys didn't really help him in the end then, there were still dragon hunters after him and they captured him. Wow, okay.
You find out about a blood elf named Darkon Drathir, and he's trying to control the Sunwell, the most powerful font of magic in all of Azeroth, for his own nefarious needs. Darkon was previously the traitor who lowered Quel'Thalas' defenses, which allowed the Scourge to invade the city. And then a lot of stuff happens because this is a 3-part comic book series involving characters and plots that are not important to the story I'm trying to tell you today, so we're just gonna skip over it for now. Okay, so Darkon then kidnaps Anvina and harvests her energy because she is actually a manifestation of the powers of the Sunwell that was brought to life by the red dragon named Coral Straws, or Coral... Fuck, jeez.
Okay. Anvina, not Avina. Yeah, Anvina. Alright. Yeah, these Strazas and, what are the other aspects? The Moos, Nosdomus, and the Rathions or the Natharions, and the Kalecgos and the Malegos. Yeah, they're difficult names.
And gave her fake memories of her past. He did this to hide the powers of the Sunwell from evildoers. Clearly it didn't work. In the climax of the comic, Avina's power is fully awakened and she literally melts the flesh off of Darkon and saves the day. Now, despite being turned into literal ash, Darkon is later resurrected by the Scourge somehow.
How? How is he resurrected? He's been turned into ash. I don't remember any... I don't remember the Lich King, resurrecting anyone from, literal ash. So how is this possible?
And becomes a boss for a low-level group quest in the Ghostlands. The truth of Avina's true identity remains hidden, and Kalecgos is her protector, and they become romantically involved, meaning that Kalecgos probably got intimate with the most powerful font of magic in all of Azeroth. The next time their story continues is in the Burning Crusade expansion. Kalecgos and Envina remain in Quothalos, but are interrupted by an enemy players might be familiar with.
I know what you're thinking, but Tempest Keep was merely a setback.
Kael'thas Sunstrider shows up after his defeat in Tempest Keep earlier in the...
I did not recognize Kael'thas there. I didn't know he looked like that, you know. Yeah, he's different there. Sorry guys. I didn't realize it was him.
Expansion, and takes over control of the Sunwell with his demon army, and tries to summon Kil'jaeden with the powers of the well.
I need your help. Cannot resist him much longer.
Kalecgos is possessed by a dreadlord named Sathrovar, and lore-wise it is Alliance players that free him.
I am forever in your debt. Once we have triumphed over Kil'jaeden, this entire world will be in your debt as well.
All my plans have led to this. Drain the girl. Drain her power until there is nothing but a vacant shell.
At the end of the raid,
Yeah, this is the sad times now for Kalecgos. What's about to happen? Poor guy. Poor Envina.
Envina is captured, and her power is used to summon Kil'jaeden, but she ultimately sacrifices herself to stop the Demon Lord from entering Azeroth.
Envina, I love you. Focus on my voice. Come back for me now.
Kalecg? Kalecg? But I'm lost. I cannot find my way back.
Only you can cleanse the Sunwell.
The nightmare is over. The spell is broken. Goodbye, Kalecg, my love.
No. She said it completely. There was no explosion, Platinum. Wow. You ruined such a very sad moment.
Goodbye, Envina, my love. Few will remember your name, yet this day you changed the course of destiny. What was once corrupt is now pure. Heroes, do not let her sacrifice be in vain.
Considering what happens after all of this, I'm so sorry, Kalecgos. Let me just say that I'm sorry for you. I really am.
I'm sorry, who is she again? Kalecgos is now really, really sad, and his story continues in the book Night of the Dragon. Now, the main plot of this book deals with Sinistharia, and Kalecgos is just one of the many characters in the book, and since the plot doesn't directly involve him, I'm just gonna skip over this one. Meanwhile, Malygos, the leader of the Blue Dragonflight, goes crazy and wants to hoard all of the magic on Azeroth and kill all mortals. He is slain by the player characters, meaning that the Blue Dragonflight is left without a leader. Flash forward to the Cataclysm expansion, and Kalecgos plays a huge role in the questline where players can obtain the legendary staff called Dragon Wrath. During the questline, the Blue Dragons are electing a new leader for their flight. Their choice was between Kalecgos and another dragon named Arygos.
Oh, okay. Arygos and Kalecgos, son of Malygos. His girlfriend died. But isn't Kalecgos also Malygos' son? So why don't you just say that? Let me write down this guy's name. Arygos. Oh, I didn't know that, the leader of a dragon aspect could be elected. I thought maybe they would be chosen, maybe by the other aspects, to say that, okay, this dragon has the potential to become a dragon aspect or the leader of the dragonflight aspect, Okay.
Because, well, there aren't really any other fleshed out Blue Dragon characters that are alive. So this is the best we got. Arygos thought that the Blue Dragon should withdraw from the world affairs, but Kalecgos thought the total opposite.
Yes, I'm with Kalecgos. You can't withdraw from what's going on Azeroth. Because if Azeroth goes, you guys go too. So, you have to be there in the thick of things. You have to be there politically, militarily, diplomatic-wise. You need to be there. So I'm with Kalecgos. Arygos, I'm sorry. No.
Both met during an event called the Embrace. an event that happens every 430 years where Azeroth's two moons overlap each other, and this is the only time a dragon can turn into an aspect. How convenient. But oh shit, Aragos is actually working for Deathwing.
With Kalecgos dead, your destiny as a blue aspect shall be realized.
And once this new order is established, my place will be secure, yes?
Your reign over the realm of magic will be absolute.
Man, that TV was the biggest TV I've ever seen in any, fantasy genre game ever. That TV was big. I mean, even in the real world, that would be a very, very big TV. And the fact that it curves like that as well. So yeah, that's cool.
Aragos then secretly sends Twilight Dragons to kill Kalecgos, but another blue dragon named Terragosa sacrifices herself to save him.
You shall not have him!
And during the embrace, the magical powers that be decided to make Kalecgos the new blue dragon aspect, and Aragos gets really pissed off and leaves.
Fools! Neltharion, take you all!
Get out of here.
Our story then continues in the Twilight of the Aspects book. Aragos sends Twilight Dragons to kill Kalecgos, but he beats them all up with his newfound powers, and then they retreat back to Wimrus Temple. Kalecgos follows them, but is attacked by a 5-headed dragon named Chromatus, who is super powerful.
Whoa. Chromatus. Is he like the only one of his kind, or are there other Chromatus dragons out there? Chromatic dragons, yes. Are there other chromatic dragons out there? And will we see them on Dragonflight as well? Because it is a dragon, right? Let me just write down the species name here. Chromatic. They're like the hydras. Dragon. Okay.
And he's forced to retreat. All of the aspects then meet up and perform a ritual led by Thrall, where they all hold hands and shoot a friendship white fire breath at Chromatus, which knocks him out. Look, this book is the most ridiculous Warcraft literature imaginable. Also in this book, there's an alternate timeline version of Thrall's old slave master, who is now an expert assassin and tries to kill Thrall. Maybe I can go into more detail about this book in another video, okay? Kalecgos helps kill Deathwing and loses his powers as an aspect, along with all the other aspects afterwards. He had the powers of...
Oh, he was there! There he is! Wow! I really didn't take notice of you in that cinematic. I took notice of Alexstrasza, Nosdomo, and Ysera, yes, but not not Kalecgos on the side there. Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Aspect for like 2 days, and the rest of the aspects had them for like tens of thousands of years. He is still strong, but not super strong. And our story continues in another book called Tides of War, which is actually one of the best written Warcraft books out there. That being said, the story begins with Kalecgos deciding to move a powerful artifact called the Focusing Iris to a safe location.
It's that weapon that destroyed Theramore. Why didn't you destroy it? Why didn't you destroy it, Kalecgos? You should have destroyed this thing. Oh my gosh.
Artifact had been used by Malygos previously to hoard the use of magic, so to ensure that it could not fall in the wrong hands again, Kalecgos encased it in ice, put a magical ward on it, and threw it in the bottom of the ocean. But during the transport of the artifact to the bottom of the ocean, it was snatched up by someone or something.
He should have destroyed this thing. I don't know how, but you should have found a way to destroy it. Really? Huh.
As former aspect, Kalecgos deemed tracking down the iris as his responsibility. While searching for clues, he suggested the meetup with Jaina Proudmoore for help. Hey, my name is Kalecgos, and I'm a blue dragon, and I need your help. Oh, you like magic? I like magic too. Yeah, you also remind me of my most powerful font of magic on Azeroth girlfriend, and I think that's pretty cool. During their studies together, they realize that the focusing iris...
Stop looking at her that way, Kalecgos. She's beyond you, bro. She's out of your league.
was impossible to track, as it was constantly changing
He's still looking at her. Oh my gosh.
locations. To make matters worse, Garrosh Hellscream and his Horde army had claimed Northwatch Hold to the north, and surely they'd attempt to claim Theramore next. Jaina gathered the Alliance's most powerful soldiers, from the Council of Six in Dalaran to the Adal Shatari forces. The Horde assaulted Theramore with a small army that was easily repelled. Little did the Alliance know that this was a feint attack, an attack whose only purpose was to trick the Alliance into amassing their most powerful warriors. Then, Garrosh Hellscream revealed that he was using the focusing iris to make a giant mana bomb and dropped it on Theramore. Jaina, Kalecgos, and other allies jumped through a portal before the blast, and the entire city was leveled. After the dust settled, Jaina was enraged and would stop at nothing to enact revenge. She returned to the rubble of her city, and the focusing iris rested in a crater. She took the artifact, traveled to Frey Island, and summoned thousands of water elementals into a giant tidal wave to wipe out the entire city of Orgrimmar, destroying the capital of the Horde and all the civilians within it. But Thrall and Kalecgos stopped her and was all like, "Yo, chill out."
Look, her anger is justified, really, you know. I don't want to support, you know, weapons of mass destruction to be used, but man, even I would have a difficulty in stopping myself from seeking revenge for what has been done to my home city. It would be very difficult. It would be very difficult. So what Jaina tried to do, I understand.
Afterwards, the focusing iris was transported to Dalaran for safekeeping, and the blue dragonflight realized they kind of suck at their job at protecting magic across Azeroth, and they completely dissolved. Meaning all of the blue dragons went their own separate ways, no longer unified by a single cause.
Wait, they can disband? That's interesting. Okay. Wow. So yeah, the blue dragonflight aspect is not really gone. You know, there's still blue dragons out there. It's just that, you know, they are no longer united in a collective. They've disbanded. They are on their own out there in Azeroth. Okay. But this iris, guys, just destroy it, man. Don't keep it in another vault, because someone else is also going to try and steal it, and they're going to make another mana bomb. So rather just destroy this thing.
Kalecgos then became a member of the Kirin Tor in Dalaran and started a romance with Jaina. Apparently, the blue dragon had a thing for blonde-haired magical women.
Yuck! Blech. She is beyond you, Kalecgos. I don't know why is Jaina accepting you, but okay, fine, whatever. You know, love is love. Let them be happy.
Kalecgos was then in the Dawn of the Aspects book, driven crazy by the Spark of Tyr. Basically, this entire book is him observing the ancient history of dragons, and he's kind of just an observer, and the real story is the ancient history of dragons. Next season, the War Crimes book, he fights an evil version of himself who didn't stop Jaina from destroying Orgrimmar. It's as confusing as it sounds, and my Wrathion video goes into more detail about that.
Oh yeah, I remember. I remember that. You know, that was that was just weird.
This whole event. During Miss of Pandaria, Jaina kinda sorta murdered Sunreaver Blood Elves in cold blood for helping construct the mana bomb that destroyed her city. Afterwards, Kalecgos would take her place in the Council of Six. Flash forward to Legion, and Kalecgos kinda just becomes a talking head that directs players to do quests. Also, the focusing iris was stolen again by Archmage Xylem, who takes it back to the Eye of Eternity, and is a Mage Tower challenge for players, and he goes,
Drained of magic,
Your world will be ripe for destruction by my demon masters. Then Kalecgos is in the Before the Storm book and has a scene talking about his feelings with Jaina. It's very dramatic and very dialogue focused. And
it doesn't look good.
And they break up. It's honestly pretty boring, so just read this paragraph if that interests you. And finally, Kalecgos is in battle for Azeroth, where he is still, again, kind of just a talking head that directs players to do random quests, and he has the Heart of Azeroth empowered by all of the dragonflights. Look, in summary, Kalecgos has been in this game's lore for over 15 years, and it feels like Blizzard has no idea what to do with him. A majority of his story has been told through external books, and he's mainly just been a figurehead to hand out quests, or be Jaina's foil to serve as the evolution of her character. Compare this to a similar character like Wrathion, who has had a clear evolution of his personality.
Yeah, I didn't like Wrathion in the beginning. That guy was a bit irritating to me, you know. Even his attire, it just made him look funny. But, you know, during Battle of Azeroth, yeah, he became a bit cool. I must admit, he really did become a bit cool. And I can't wait to see him in Dragonflight and see what he does there. But yeah, definitely. In the beginning, I didn't like the guy. He was funny. He was funny and cute when he transformed into his dragon form, you know. And then there were other times where he was just seeming a bit irritating to me. So yeah.
That has been shaped over the last decade of his existence. Now that being said, Kalecgos will be returning in Dragonflight, and is attempting to reform the Blue Dragonflight to face the new dangerous threats on the Dragon Isles. Hopefully during the expansion we can get more insight on his character in-game, and most importantly, rejoice in the fact that he got a model update, because by the light, look Kalecgos, I ain't gonna lie to you, you were ugly.
Okay, alright guys, that's it with the unknown story of Kalecgos by Platinum WoW. Yeah, Kalecgos, I could say he was like the C tier characters in World of Warcraft, you know, and then he developed into the B tier, and now in Dragonflight he's going to become part of the A tier, you know. We're going to probably be seeing him more often in Dragonflight because, you know, it's centered around dragons, it's centered around the dragon aspects and the revitalization of the dragon aspects. So definitely we're going to see more of him, and yeah, definitely his character design really leveled up. Truly it did. You know, when I saw him in that cinematic with Khadgar, you know, when he was requesting help, he looked so different. He looks so much better than what we're seeing, you know, how he used to look like in the past. In this video on that Platinum WoW created. So yeah, definitely it's good that he's here. It's good that he's having much more of an important role and not just being this supporting character for, you know, other main characters. So yeah, it's good to see him. And I'm wondering, is Jaina going to be on the Dragon Isles as well? It's going to be awkward if Jaina and Kalecgos get together. Actually, I want to see something like that. I want to see what happens, you know. But yeah, the Iris, please guys, destroy this thing. Destroy it, please. Oh, it has created so much destruction, and when it falls into the wrong hands, you know, they use it for their own purposes, which often lead to many deaths. So this thing has to be destroyed. I don't know how you guys are going to do it, but please just do it as soon as possible. Hopefully in Dragonflight it will appear and you guys, the players, can destroy it. Hopefully. Really, this thing is just too dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. And yeah, you know, I can't wait to see what happens with this character, actually. now that he is, you know, the de facto leader of the blue dragon aspect, the blue dragon flight aspect, you know, maybe he can get back all the other blue dragonflights, you know, under his leadership once more, you know, because they were disbanded. So hopefully now that Dragonflight is here, he can unify his people under his leadership. And yeah, okay, this was good. This was really good. Platinum WoW, thank you very much. James Anderson, thank you for requesting that I should react to this video. It was very informative. And yeah, guys, that's it. If you want to check out the original video as well as Platinum WoW's YouTube channel, the links are in the description below. If you like my reaction, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos. And I will see you guys next week, Monday. Okay? Bye-bye.